Hey there, this is going to be my very bad attempt at teaching you how to play Umber, because I'm not actually any good at Umber. The thing to know about the history of this game, the first playing cards were basically tarot decks, although the modern tarot specifics weren't established yet, but they were used for a trick-taking game. That matters because tricks, hey, the ability to follow suit, there should only be a few suits. The ability to play a higher card, hey, it means there's something that within each suit, higher or lower. So, Umber is an evolution of that. Some of the best card games in the world, in my personal opinion, are trick taking games. I'm a bridge player. Uh, Umber is a step in that process. Umber was invented in Spain in the late 16th century. It spread to France. From France, it spread to England and to many other places. By the mid 17th century, it was the most popular card game in Western and Central Europe. You will find it under names like Umber, as I've mentioned, Lomber, Ombre, and you'll find it today mostly in South America, especially Bolivia, under the names Tresillo and Rocambole. Now, I am not going to teach you Tresillo, I am not going to teach you Rocambole, I am going to teach you Umber, as it was played in England in the 17th century, as best as I have been able to reconstruct it. Now, I am here with an international suited deck of cards. You would originally have played this with a Spanish suited deck of cards, where it's got the same suits as a tarot deck. The clubs or wands or, clubs in the sense of like, I'm going to beat you with a club. The coins instead of diamonds, the hearts are instead cups, and the spades are swords. Spade, in fact, in our modern terminology, the word comes from the Spanish word for sword. Now, a Spanish deck has 40 cards, not 52. The difference is that in this deck, I have removed the 8s, the 9s, and the 10s. Now, Umber is a game played by 3 people, so I'm going to deal out 3 hands. And you'll notice I am dealing 3 cards to each hand at a time. That is actually in Latin America today. If you're playing cards and you don't deal 1 card at a time, that's considered extremely rude. However, as best as I have been able to find in Umber, it was in fact dealt that way, originally. So the person to the left of the dealer is going to look at their hand. I'm going to sort my hand, because this trick-taking game, you want to sort your hand into suits. Now, let me sort this hand carefully. This hand is sorted properly. Now, what do I have? I have the diamonds, the jack, and the 4. I have the clubs. I have the queen. I have the hearts. 7, 6, 2. That's from top to bottom. 7, 6, 2. I have the spades. 3, 7. Yeah, that's also from top to bottom, because the black suits, the spades and clubs, or in a Spanish suited deck, the long suits, the wands and the swords, they have a long suit shape in a Spanish suited deck. are ranked backwards. Not completely backwards. The cork cards are still above the numbers, but the numbers are ranked 2 is highest down to 7. Whereas in the round suits, the cups and the coins, or what we in English know as the red suits, diamonds and hearts, they're ranked 7 is highest and, well, I was about to say 2 is lowest. 2 is not lowest, because ace is lowest. Now, I did not mention the aces in the black suits because they're special. We'll get there. This hand, in fact, has the ace of spades. That has a magic name. That is called the spadille. Again, we'll get there. I'll sort the other hands just so that I know what I'm doing when it comes time for me to look at them. This is not an important part of the video. Now, there is a bidding process. Unlike earlier tarot games, and like Modern Bridge, although Modern Bridge, it's much more complicated. This one is really quick and really simple. I promise you, if you are scared off by bridge bidding, don't be. There are only 3 bids: entrada, volta, and solo. All those names are taken from Spanish. This hand, hey, I think this is a pretty nice hand. I'm going to start the bidding with a bid of entrada. This hand, oh, and you can pass. That's important because this hand sucks. This hand is passing. This hand, it's kind of nice. It's got some high cards in a lot of suits. It's got the ace of clubs. I'll explain in a little bit why the ace of clubs is important. This hand is gonna go volta. Now, entrada is solo is higher than volta. Volta is higher than solo. That's important. You cannot bid a lower bid. You cannot bid entrada when someone's bid volta. So this guy's bid volta. This guy can't bid entrada. This guy can't bid entrada. Now, you can bid the same if you have never passed. This one, this is a nice card. This is nice. Yeah, I'll follow that up. I'll bid volta. This one cannot bid volta because they have passed. They can only bid solo or pass. And this is not a hand that's going to consider a solo. This one, well, they've already bid volta. They can't bid volta again because then we'll just get into an arms race. Volta, 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 volta. So they can only pass or bid solo. So, is this a hand that can play a solo? No. In just a moment, I'll explain what those 3 bids require. But that means this person is playing a volta. And that means these 2 people are working together. If these 2 win, they win together. If this one wins, they win alone. Now, generally, if you're gambling, everyone has put a piece in, and the dealer has put an extra piece in, so that if you have to split everything between the 2, then they can split it evenly. And if you're playing with 3 people, that's simple. If you're playing with 4 people, the dealer deals for the other 3, but still puts into the pot. So this person is about to stand to win 4, and these 2 people are about to stand to win 2 each if they beat him. Now, this one has to win at least 5 of the tricks. There's 9 cards, which means there's going to be 9 in your hand, which means there's going to be 9 tricks. So you have to win 5 of them, which is a majority to win. These 2 have to win 5 between the 2 of them. They don't care if one of them wins more and one of them wins less. Doesn't matter. Now, Entrada. If you win with an Entrada or a Volta. Okay, if you win with an Entrada, you get to declare one suit is trump. This person would absolutely love to declare that hearts are trump. If you win with a Volta, you don't get to do that. If you win with Solo, Solo does get to declare a trump suit again. Volta, we're going to flip over the next card here, which is the 3 of diamonds. It turns out diamonds are trump. How do I like this hand for diamonds is trump? Not very well, to be honest. So, Volta, we flipped over a card. Now, Entrada and Volta both give you a special option. You get to take as many cards as you like, and only the person who did this, who wins the bidding, not the other 2, get to take as many cards out as they like out of their hand and replace them with cards from the deck. So this person is going to put away 5 to try to hopefully maybe have a much better hand. Kinda worked. Now, I'm going to resort the hand, but so I mentioned before that the Ace of Spades here is important. Diamonds are trump. Guess what? The Ace of Spades is always a trump. So in this case, it counts as if it was a diamond. It is nicknamed the Spadil. There are 2 other important trump cards to know about. One is the card in the chosen trump suit, in this case diamonds, that would otherwise have been the lowest. So in diamonds, that's the ace. In hearts, that's the ace. In clubs or spades, that's the 7. The card that would have been the lowest trump is called the Manil. That is the second of these 3 that are important. And the third is the Ace of Clubs. That's called the Basto. The highest trump is the Spadil, the second highest trump is the Manil, and the third highest trump is the Basto, followed by the rest in normal rank order. Now, seeing diamonds as trump, hey, this one has the Manil. Gonna resort the hand accordingly. And the person to the left of the dealer always starts first, and they lead a trick. On a trick, everyone plays. I'm gonna go with, we're gonna start by leading a little heart. On a trick, that's the lowest heart. On a trick, everyone plays. Everyone follows suit if they can. Sorry, this person only has 1 heart. They're going to play it. It's 3. And our ombre. Oh, I forgot to mention, the person who wins the bidding is called the ombre. They've got the king. They're going to take the trick. The highest card takes the trick. You follow suit if you are able. If you are not able, then you can play any card. It can be a trump. It doesn't have to be a trump. If somebody plays a trump, even if that's not the suit led, the highest trump takes the trick. The person who took the trick leads the next trick. So our ombre leads the next one. Now, diamonds are trump. Do I want to get rid of everybody's trump? Or do I want to try to win some other things first? I'm going to try to win some other things first and lead the king of clubs. Is that the right choice tactically? I don't know. I'm not good at ombre. This person is, well, they have to play a club, and they don't have any higher than the king. There aren't any, so they play the 6. And this one, well, they've got some clubs, and again, they don't have any higher than the king. They play a little one. So our ombre takes a second trick. What do they play next? So let's continue with the clubs, because that seems to be working. Queen. I've got the queen too. This person has one club left. It's the jack. They're going to have to play the jack of clubs. This person also has one club left. It's the 2. It's the next highest one under the jack. That sucks for them. Now our ombre, who has just taken trick 3, well, they have a club, but that's a bad idea. Somebody's going to play a trump on it, because those two have just shown that they're very unlikely to have another club. So let's try, hey, this queen of spades is nice and high. What do the other two do? Well, this one has a spade, only one spade, the 4. They're going to play the 4 of spades. This one also has some spades, but they've got the king. That's better. Let's play the king. Our defenders have beaten the ombre on that trick and taken it. Now, this defender who just took the trick, they got to decide what they're going to do next. They're going to play the jack of spades, because the jack is a pretty high card. This one has the 2 of spades. Has to follow suit. I should note, our ombre has the ace of spades. That does not count as following suit, because the ace of spades is considered as a trump card. It belongs to whatever suit happens to be trump, which on our Volta is the diamonds. You cannot follow suit by playing the ace of spades, the spadille as it is known. Have to play the 2. Now this player, they do not have to follow suit because they can't. They don't have any spades. Now they could play a trump, a diamond, or they could get rid of this worthless little 5 of hearts, because, I mean, their fellow defender is taking the trick. They don't need a trump to stop the ombre from getting it. So, where are we going next? Well, not spades. Well, maybe spades. Let's play spades again. It worked. And we know our partner has run out. So maybe they've got a good trump. So we're playing spades. Now, the ombre, knowing they're out, is going to play the highest possible trump they can. They don't have any spades, so they're playing the spadille. The ace of spades, that is the spadille. And this one can't follow suit, can't top the spadille. Guess we're playing a heart. Even though the jack of hearts is a pretty nice one. The ombre now has 4 tricks and the lead. What are they going to play next? Let's play a high diamond. Let's force out the trump before anybody else trumps a different suit. Well, this guy has the queen. That's a better trump. Now this one has 3 trump. The basto, which is the ace of clubs, counts as a trump. These 2 are trump also. They're going to follow by playing their littlest trump because, hey, their fellow defender just won. The important thing to know, though, about the basto, actually, I think we'll get there in the next trick. The basto, the manille, and the spadille. We're going to force out trump again. Okay. We can top that easily with the 6. Now, never mind, I don't even need to mention it in this particular hand. The 7. It's their lowest, so it might as well. It takes it. 4. And they play the basto. Now, the thing to know about the basto, the manille, and the spadille is that you cannot be compelled to play one. Even if trump is laid, you don't have to play one of those 3 unless somebody has played one of the other 2 on the same trick, in which case, sure. But otherwise, you don't have to play one of those 3. They're called the matadors. They're the top 3 trump, and the only time you have to play one, if you're forced to follow suit with trump, is if somebody has played another matador. If somebody leads the 6 of diamonds, and you have the ace of spades and no diamonds, you can play anything. That's the only time you don't have to follow suit. Anyway, for our last trick, ace of clubs, that's the basto. The 7 of clubs, it's a nice club, but it's not trump. This one's winning. Or is it? That's the manille. The 2 of diamonds is the manille. And these 2 take the final trick for the defenders. Our umber has only taken 4 tricks. Our defenders have taken 5. And that is a sample hand. And that is also all of the rules. Yes, these rules are complicated. Yes, we can practice them sometime before there's any coins on the table. But that is a 17th century card game. It's called Ombre.